This video is going to be a film study look at the Ravens' second possession and their Sunday Night Football win over the Chargers. Of course, we know the offense did not produce consistently over the course of 60 minutes. Nonetheless, on the second possession, Ravens are able to go down and get a touchdown, take a 7-3 lead. Multiple quick throwing concepts by Lamar, snag, flat stuff. A nice 18-yard screen to Isaiah Likely into the boundary, and the run game got going downhill as well. Let's start taking a look at the film. First play here. 1st and 10 from the -22, and it's going to be a hold on Gus Edwards, flood concept to the top side of our screen. I really don't have a problem with the hold. I've seen this not called before, where the quarterback is flowing out to one side, and the defensive player, in this case, Khalil Mack, is stemming to the inside. Gus is just basically taking him there. He does hook him, but the flood nature of it, let's illustrate that. Isaiah Likely underneath. Deeper route by Zay Flowers, and then clear out route by the X receiver to the top side of the field. Likely ends up being wide open over the top. 14-yard gain that gets called back for the hold. Very next play, Likely again involved early flex formation, meaning 2x2 shotgun spread, if you will. He's going to chip Khalil Mack into the boundary, release him, and I would love to see Isaiah Likely get an open field more often. Maybe not necessarily on screens all the time, but just getting him the football, his athletic ability, his ability to run after the catch, make people miss. We've seen it, particularly on display last year down in Tampa Bay. He makes people miss in open field. He's a pretty damn good runner with the ball in his hands, almost like a fullback slash running back. 2nd and 2, after we almost regained all 20 yards here. 20 personnel, so you can see we've taken the tight end off the field, replaced him with Ricard, one running back in the backfield. To give to Gus, this is a nice job by Linderbaum, if you ask me, to the front side. I'll give you the end zone angle so you can see it. There's a D tackle that tries to slam inside of the right guard. Gus is able to make a cut off of it for 4 or 5 yards and pick up the first down. So from the end zone angle, we're talking about this D tackle right here. He's going to slam down inside of Zeitler. As soon as Zeitler steps to him, that D tackle juts inside, and Linderbaum picks him up, allows Gus to cut off of it. Just a nice adaptation in the middle of the play. Step into the play side. Also, Simpson is able to get a hold of that defensive tackle for enough time such that Gus is able to get the first down and get us a new set of downs. 1st and 10, still on our half of the field. You can see we brought the tight end back on the field. Previous play was 20 personnel, now in 21. So we've got a tailback in the backfield with Ricard and a tight end, Likely. Motion to twins, snag flat. I don't know how many times we ran this because, like I said, I haven't had a chance to look at any offensive film past this possession yet. Got up early this morning to try to get this one done for you guys. But we ran this one a lot. I remember seeing it live at least 6 or 8, maybe even 10 times. And then even on film here on this possession, you see it a couple of times. But one thing I like about it, and we've ran this play for years, even under Greg Roman, is you've got the twins, 2 receivers to one side. We motion Zay over there from right to left. Running back crossing Lamar's face. And then left guard and left tackle pulling potentially for a run down here to the bottom side of the field. So we're trying to hold multiple defenders with the threat of the run and then open up that space towards the top of the numbers, one of the landmarks in a spread offense, towards the top of the numbers, between the top of the numbers and the hash to the field. Basically holding that field side inside linebacker with the running back crossing Lamar's face and the pulling left guard and left tackle. That was the last play of the first quarter. First play of the second quarter here. We've remained in 21 personnel. You can see Likely and Ricard, bunch A. And I love the timing of this one. Again, you've got motion to the field, creating a twin set. Look at how the corner to the top side passes off the route by Zay. So he's going to allow this vertical to occur and then work back to, I think it's Bateman, snapping his route down again, and that important landmark in a spread offense, if you ask me, between the top of the numbers and the hash. That corner is occupied by that route because he doesn't have deep responsibility and coverage. And the timing of this for Lamar to get this out quickly to the running back. Yes, Keaton Mitchell's speed plays a role in it. Smooth catch of the football in turn. Those are all factors. However, it's the decision-making of Lamar, getting rid of the ball fast. Perhaps this is the design of the play. It appears to me as if it is, to be honest with you. Whether it is the design of the play or not, credit to Lamar for getting the ball out quicker than we have at other times, not necessarily during this game, but to running backs underneath of coverage. That corner maybe carried that route a little bit too far, but the timing of it for Lamar to get the ball to Keaton Mitchell is important, along with Keaton Mitchell's speed and burst to turn it into a 14 or 15-yard gain. But no matter who that was going to be a first down. 1st and 10 now on the Chargers side of the field, almost to the 40. And again, slant flat back to the backside, catching the Chargers in essentially man when the running back, Keaton Mitchell, releases into the flats. He's going to pull the boundary side inside linebacker with him. Chargers are blitzing a safety from that side. I think this is the throw. I think this is the play where OBJ maybe hurt his leg on or something like that. I'm not sure. No injury designation in terms of people talking about it, but it did seem to me he came off after a play on this drive and was seen to be over there standing talking to the receivers coach. Great catch, if you ask me, by OJ. In stride, a little bit maybe perhaps low, I think down by the knees or by the quad area. We ate him up on this stuff early on. You can see the isolated nature. By motioning likely out, we've created a 3-on-3 to the downside of the field. Free safety occupied, and math-wise just doesn't work out for the Chargers when they blitz that boundary side safety. All that area, that space is open again between the top of the numbers and the hash. 12-yard gain. This is a misread by Lamar, if you ask me, on an option concept. Again, 21 personnel. We've taken Likely off the field, brought Kolar on. We're reading this defender to the field. I will give the end zone angle here in a moment. So it's pistol. I think this should be a give. Ricard is, I think this is predetermined by Ricard to loop outside here. So perhaps this is a predetermined call by the Ravens. Lamar, his face mask is clearly looking at the defender long enough, and there's a long enough mesh for me to feel comfortable concluding that this is an actual read and a misread. Let's check out the end zone angle so you can see what I'm talking about. This defender right here doesn't come anywhere near the dive back Gus at all. And Lamar ends up turning it back to the other side for a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9. Incomplete to Bateman. Nice job, I think, by the field side safety closing down on, again, snag flat. Right here, the ball was out quick enough to get it to Bateman. Lamar's already got rid of the football. Safety there, maybe a split second before the football, but great timing, great challenge by him on a 2nd and 9. A lot of motion to the field, a lot of snag flat to the field. To project forward just from my own watching of the game live, I wish we had developed some more stuff off of this concept. I wish we had developed some more snag and go, wheel concepts, whatever, to threaten the defense in a way that builds off of this concept. It didn't seem like we did that to me, but I'll know more as I watch the offensive film the rest of the day Tuesday. 3rd and 9. Interesting to me that we're in 12 personnel here. Kolar and Likely on the field on this 3rd and 9. And this is going to be Bateman from the top side. Again, it's a slant. Throws a little bit high, but it's in a nice spot in terms of allowing Bateman the opportunity to catch the ball. Maybe you'd like the ball a little bit more out in front of him rather than up high. Beautiful catch, if you ask me, against man coverage. I thought it was the same guy that we beat multiple times on this route. You can see that man here, man down to the bottom side. Late match to Justice Hill into the boundary with the boundary side safety, I think Derwin James. And Lamar reads it. As soon as Derwin James commits, as soon as Derwin James is committed down here to Justice Hill's route, Lamar knows same area of the field. Between the top of the numbers and the hash is ours. We owned it on this second possession. Big play, big moment, 13 yards. Gets us a new set of downs. My bad, I thought I had the end zone angle. That one loaded up. 1st and 10 here. Lamar's got to readjust. I think it's Bateman. And it's a give to Justice Hill. Downhill. Nice job by Moses, I think, collapsing that right side on the give. You can see there's a lot of space between this D tackle and this edge defender to the boundary. Gives Kolar a nice angle to deal with that edge defender. Huge amount of space between there because you got the combo block by Moses and Zeitler. And Justice Hill hedged just to that open space enough to get inside linebacker to commit there. This one almost busts. Downhill, squeezing through that gap. Good job by Zeitler and Linderbaum. I'll let it run one more time through because I don't think I gave you the end zone angle. Really nice job, I think, here by the center, right guard, and right tackle. Eight-yard gain gives us a 2nd and 2. We go back to Justice Hill again. Downhill, same concept from a blocking standpoint. We've got the tight end off the line this time, likely dealing with the edge defender. Combo by Moses and Zeitler on the D tackle. This time, Hill takes it front side, outside of the down block by Moses, and then ends up running into the back of Moses. Does get the first down on a 3-yard gain. Not a huge fan of this play call. I don't think Moses does a great job here. There's a large gap in alignment between Moses and the right guard. I don't give you the end zone angle on this one, but as this develops, Zeitler helps down block on the nose tackle with Linderbaum, and the D tackle up here, I think it's 51, maybe 57, slips through. Moses is late getting out of his stance, number one. Number two is he's got a little bit wider alignment than I would have anticipated for the scheme that we're running here. Basically, taking everybody down and letting Ricard lead. Justice Hill has to deal with that D tackle, and Khalil Mack is the beneficiary, ends up getting a tackle for loss. 2nd and goal now, and this is a really nice play if you ask me. It's under center, play action. It's one back, so the only problem I have with it is I'd like to see us run this out of 2-back. I'd like to see us put Ricard back there in the backfield like he was on the play before. Nonetheless, NFL defenses still fall for this stuff. It's very, very notable to me that people aren't identifying 1-back versus 2-back run tendencies for the Ravens in the last couple of years, and they're still falling for a lot of this play action. We're not going to run down there in the goal line from a 1-back formation. Something downhill like that from under center. Haven't seen it that often, let me put it to you that way. Nice throw, nice touch by Lamar to get it over the top of the defenders and get Zay Flowers' first touchdown of the game. Of course, we know he had a second one that closed the game out that's been a topic of conversation. Me personally, the level of kids that we generally coached, we were comfortable saying go ahead and score a touchdown, but at the NFL level, I get it. People want to just have the 100% surety that we're going to close the game out, get down, don't score a touchdown. Difficult to discuss that with 14 to 17, 18-year-old kids like I had the experience coaching. The NFL level, it's obviously very different, even at the college level. In any case, this drive, I thought, illustrated how many people can make plays for this Ravens team. If you go through the play-by-play of this, the thing that's notable for me for the second drive is there's no statistical contribution from Lamar in the run game at all. We did have the misread on the option play that only went for 1 yard. But my point is, we got things accomplished here through some organic usage of other concepts. Perhaps over-reliance on the snag flat or slant flat concept, even though it was productive here against their man-to-man. But I think it's notable that we're able to go down and get a score without Lamar having a huge role in the offense. Really, here, he's just being a facilitator. He's just being a classic point guard, getting the ball out to other people and letting them make plays, to use a basketball reference. Can we do that on every single possession? No. But it is comforting, number one. And number two, I think, a positive development that we see an example of this late in the season, where Lamar doesn't have to be this ball-dominant player, again, to use a basketball comparison, for us to get things done. And I think that's the thing, that's one of the elements from the game that's a little bit more encouraging than maybe a lot of us noticed on Sunday night, is that we knew we had weapons, even without Mark Andrews. In this case, we're able to go down and get a pretty smooth score. It's not like we faced a whole bunch of third downs. We had a 3rd and 9 here on a ball that really only happened. The 3rd and 9 only occurred because Lamar misreads the option on 1st and 10. And then on 2nd and 10, the ball to Bateman. I mean, that safety is there early. I do think it's a good challenge, so credit to that guy for that making that play. But those two things had to occur in order for us to have to face a 3rd and 9. Basically, we shredded their defense on this drive without Lamar having to be this ball-dominant force and exert his will on the game. I think that speaks to the depth that we have, even though over the course of the 4 quarters, we didn't play well offensively without Mark Andrews. I don't think that'll be the case on a week-by-week basis. You guys let me know what you think of the film study, how I chose to break down the plays, and take a look at the Ravens' second possession when they really made things look easy against this Chargers defense on Sunday night.